been railing against our liberal and progressive parties for years now, telling them like there are so many single issue conservative voters in this country
On just guns. Yeah.
that agree with 98% of what the NDP has to say on every other topic. They just don't want their guns taken away. Right? It's a huge opportunity for the progressive side because we have this sort of juxtaposition of we're the liberals want to say we're the party that believes in science, we're the party that believes in evidence, we're the party that believes in data driven decision making,
Except for gun reform, where they just kind of go overboard and just ban things that are already banned, or like I have a few friends who are conservative voters, pretty much single issuely because of guns, and it's like they're progressives. They otherwise maybe don't like the liberals as a brand, but they would consider voting for them if it wasn't just for the gun thing.
yeah.
And I've kind of really come around on that too, where like I used to be very in favor of like all forms of control. And then over time, as I started to learn more about especially what the Trudeau government was doing over the last few years, it just stopped making sense to me, especially when it's already super hard to get a pal anyway. And so at a certain point, it's not about like, oh, you want more guns. It's like, no, like ban handguns and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm not in city, especially in cities. Like I'm not arguing against that, but you're starting to like basically make it impossible for somebody to like shoot for sport. And
Well,
the rules that are in place are so refined that it's so hard for somebody to get one of those guns and then otherwise use it in an inappropriate way without it's just not the same as it is in the
it
states.
really is, and that's I think that's really at the heart of it all because our politics are so interconnected, whether it makes sense for them to be interconnected in that area or not, right? The PAL and RPAL systems in Canada work pretty much exactly the way that they're supposed to work. The PAL and RPAL systems were doing their jobs for the most part to keep guns out of the hands of the kinds of people you don't want to have guns 20 years ago, right?